Hey everybody, you're watching another episode of Winston Walks. Today I'm walking in the snow in downtown Toronto. Um, it's pretty bad. I actually did a live stream of it. If you didn't catch it, got it on replay. It's pretty brutal in terms of the amount of snow that's coming down. But I hope everybody out there is, staying warm, um, safe. The roads here are so nasty. Um, the city says they're doing work on it, but to be honest with you, I haven't seen a snowplow or a salter, you know, um, all morning. And it's about lunchtime now. I just had some. I had a lunch, a nice breakfast slash lunch, and I have not seen it. And I know our mayor was the last couple of days has been talking about how they're all prepared. And we had the last snow dump, and they said they took care of it. Frankly, I didn't see the streets too clean. Um, Again, this is relative to like years ago, from what I remember. But I noticed that now they don't clean it as much. They don't salt it as much. Um, Might be due to costs because the city apparently, from what she says, we don't have money. Um, and then some of the allocation of funds are being done to things that necessarily that I wouldn't do, right? But that'll have to come next time. There's an election, and we just express ourselves in a vote, right? Otherwise, people are free to say what they want to. At least that's what I kind of believe. But anyways, you just look at the state of the city. Here we go, though. But anyways, thanks for walking with me here on this snowy Toronto day. Let's see. Well, it's the day after the game from the U.S. and Canada Four Nations Cup. Sorry if folks aren't sports fans. I'm just going to do a quick one on this. On my other channel, I actually do more sports stuff. You know what? I'm actually going to leave that for the other channel. How about that? I'll leave that for the other channel. See what this woman here, I wouldn't be doing this. It's just too dangerous to be riding a bike here. It's too crazy. Like, folks here have been shoveling the snow for a while, and they salted it too. As you can see, it's already been buried again. This is College Street. Pretty frequently walked area. So this is Bay and College here. Getting dumped on again. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, there's a salting truck. I think that's a salt. There used to be one, I remember, where... here we go. Got some of the plows coming out now. Granted, I don't know if they should be together, but... Or maybe what it is one pushes one to the side, other side. Okay. Okay, that's what we're dealing with. Ugh. I will say I've been getting my steps in today, and these are pretty tough steps. Like I mentioned, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. But I do my best. I appreciate you folks watching. Like I mentioned, it keeps me motivated. So I appreciate it. Thank you. I thank you. Oh, and that last walk where I had the issue with I think he was in drugs, frankly. You know, in case you guys are wondering, like, you got to be careful how you deal with people here. Um, they're very sensitive here in Canada about how you deal with people. You know, if could have been a situation, depending on how I acted, where I would have been, in trouble. Um, I didn't provoke that guy. I, didn't threaten him or anything like that. If anything, you technically say he'd attack me, but whatever, right? Um, you know, I think he just wasn't he wasn't in reality, frankly. Um, but you just have to be careful here how you deal with people, because you might be the one ending up in handcuffs, frankly, even though you think you're defending yourself. But we do have a big truck problem here in Canada. We have like a lot of obviously weed is legal here, so you can buy it pretty much at every corner here. Like you'd have a Starbucks, we have weed shops, right? And then in terms of the harder drugs, I know in BC they legalized it, or parts of BC they legalized it. And then you have safe shoot up areas down here. Not the greatest for our communities. I know there are machines here that you can get, tools to use hard drugs. Look it up. It's pretty crazy in Canada. I mean, unless you are a hard drug user and you want that, well then, you might like it here. But in terms of, for folks who are not like myself, and, I worry about my partner. She, she's not a big person. Neither am I, but, she can get hurt, with someone like that. They'll you know what I mean? She's not the type to fight back. Let's put it that way, right? So, in case you're wondering, this is what I'm dealing with. But this is what your million and a half bucks in Toronto gets you. This is as much as people are surprised by this fall. I've gone through this a lot. Living in Toronto, growing up in Toronto, it's not as uncommon as everyone thinks. One thought pattern I had was like the condos that are being built here, the ones that are made of glass. And when I was walking on the live stream, we were going up and down like Yonge and Bay and stuff like that. And a lot of the condos we see are purely made of glass, right? Or, okay, not purely, but you know what I mean, a lot of it, right? And I thought to myself is that, in terms of like this type of weather, the damage it does. Some of the drivers are really good about it, knowing today, even the people who are walking, it's hard for us to walk. So thank you, drivers who are nice today. Thank you. But in terms of the condos that are actually being built under these conditions, the replacement costs will actually have to be done pretty quickly, because I don't see them standing up that well to these conditions, because these are really bad. We're walking down Bay, by the way. This This is Gerard Street. Oh, also everything with politics. I generally, my other channel I don't talk politics. This one, I did one time I know about the election and everyone went crazy. But I'll just say this, right? This thing with Canada and the U.S. right now, folks, I really don't like the divisiveness that's really being built in the culture. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but within the major Canadian media, you can see where they're trying to drive this wedge with the U.S. and Canada. And yeah, you know what, Donald Trump, he it's not new. We know his playbook. Okay, whether you like him or not, especially with the first presidency, the first time he went around, he rocked the boat initially. That's his strategy. That's how he does, right? As a Canadian, I wouldn't expect him to want to make Canada great again. Of course, he's going to say things that are not going to be, favoring us, right? And the thing is if anything, we as Canadians, instead of jumping on the bandwagon and just saying, oh well, you know what, supposedly U.S. sucks or this or that, right? Which is silly because whether we have tariffs or not, they are our big trade partners. Okay, we're still getting our stuff from them, and they're still getting stuff from us. Okay, but if anything, I want someone in Canada to stick up for us. And right now, there is no one in Canada that is sticking up for us. Okay, there really isn't. Not to inflame anybody, but on the liberal platforms, not encouraged on hearing any of that. And we've got one candidate who was the previous finance minister and deputy prime minister, and she claims she's an outsider. And the only reason she's actually done all this is because Trudeau went after her, right? And then you've got the other guy who wants to get rid of a carbon tax, but then he wants to put on essentially a bigger one and just call it a different name, right? I don't know. I mean, it's scary because I know he's not a dumb guy, but sometimes I think he just acts like he doesn't know, and that is scary to me. Because I can tell you something, what's scary about someone who's uninformed is a person who is informed with bad intentions, right? I learned that a long time ago in the business world, working in finance, is that, if you have someone who's stupid, fine, they're stupid, they're going to screw up, right? But if it's someone who's intelligent and who just has bad intentions, then those are the most dangerous, right? Those are the most dangerous. Oh, there's a snowplow. Yeah, we need a bigger one than that. So, I mean, personally, I think we need to change here, but again, we need an election to do that. And then in terms of this whole Canada-US thing, kind of finding out about that US aid pact, about how they're subsidizing a lot of US media corporations, and even some international ones. It wouldn't surprise me if Canada's done the same thing, because sometimes, and I'm not a news outlet, okay? I'm just a guy with a camera walking who needs to get his steps in and keep his health up, right? But you know what? I have eyes, I have an opinion, and take it or not, right? I mean, but I can tell you that the news organizations, like sometimes the things they say, I highly have to question. And now we kind of know why. I know BCE, as a shareholder who's, it's been painful. Their media division has been just horrible. They've media in general has not done well, and it wouldn't surprise me if the government has, subsidized them in certain ways. But then the narrative is they'd have to follow what they want. All right, so that's the reality of it, right? I will say too, man, this is brutal. With Freeland's campaign, it really shows me that Trudeau is how much Trudeau and the Liberal government really had made her look a lot better. I will say, I'm not a fan of Trudeau, but I will say when he leaves politics, he should go work for Hollywood or something, because he does know how to put on a show, right? I mean, give the devil his due. I will say that, okay? Look how crazy it is, folks. Whew. Well, anyways, I don't want to make this political, but hey, I guess this episode was political. But, yeah. Personally, you're my American friends out there. I ain't booing you. I understand what's going on. I wish we wouldn't, be so divisive as a society, making it us versus them, and then more just like, well, you know what? Let's take care of ourselves and each other, frankly. And Ford is guilty of that as well, frankly. Not really impressed with him either, frankly. And we are taxed to the moon, by the way, folks, here. Thankfully, that 66% capital gains was taken away, or I guess it died, in Parliament, because a lot of businesses are going to get hurt by that. That was a very poorly thought out measure. And it doesn't, I used to work in the banking system, the finance system, and I can tell you people take risks, for a reason, right? And if you take that risk away in Canada, right now, our productivity is down so much, not only because of, frankly, we've taken a lot of immigrants who necessarily weren't the highest skilled, but also, the rise of the real estate boom also basically caused it where people just want to plow capital into just real estate and trying to rent it out, and that is inefficient, right? That was not getting us the right investment. It was not producing jobs. Wasn't doing anything like that. So anyways, folks, it's really coming down now. Oh, jeez. But you know what? I'm going to keep this episode bite-sized and take a small little break and clear off the snow out of my clothing. But I want to thank you for walking with me today. My name is Winston. I take walks even in the crazy snow. I'm in Toronto. If you have any questions, please leave it in the message section. I've been living here all my life, This is Bay and Dundas. You can see it's just completely empty. But if you are planning to move here, this is what you're going to deal with. Good part of the year, just so you know. Okay. So before you plow your $1,000,000 plus, this is what you're going to deal with. Think about it twice. And oh geez, that's not good. So yeah, you got some fortunately there, some police cars. I think there was an accident there. That's not good. Anyways, if you're a tourist, come during the summer. It's better. Don't come in the winter. Or if you do, check the weather. It's not this bad. Or if you just enjoy watching, then I hope you get that. I hope you get that positive vibes there. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for walking with me again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.